Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Real reason Chock Chapple joined Golden Bachelorette. Chock Chapple was on the Golden Bachelorette for Joan and only Joan. He revealed the moment he knew he had to apply for the show. Keep reading for all the details. Real reason Chock Chapple joined Golden Bachelorette. Chock Chapple ruffled feathers during his time on the Golden Bachelorette. Viewers felt he was too possessive over Joan. The other suitors accused him of stealing her away so they couldn't spend time with her. But Chock knew from the first night he stepped out of the limo that she was the one for him. The producers played a clip after the final rose of the dizzying amount of times Chock said he was crazy about Joan. Luckily for him, the feeling was mutual. After saying a heartbreaking goodbye to runner-up Guy Gansert, Joan professed her feelings for Chock and he proposed. The newly engaged couple planned to split their time between Maryland, Kansas, and New York City. Joan and Chock joined the Bachelor podcast earlier this week. Chock was honest about what prompted him to join the show. According to the insurance exec, he was turned on by a sexy video Joan shared on TikTok. The video shows her transition between wardrobe. She went from wearing a bathrobe to a sexy, tight, black leather outfit. He knew from watching the video that Joan Vassos was the one for him. Bachelor Nation fans love it. Bachelor Nation fans think that men and women join the Bachelor franchise hoping to find fame, not love. It was a breath of fresh air for Chock to make it clear that he had an interest in Joan before he even met her. Check out the comments on a Reddit thread about the video. He's real for that ngol, ok. So the craziness commenced way before limousine night, lol. No wonder he fell in love after 24 hours and wasn't shy about expressing it every chance/opportunity he had with her. Joan looks hot in that video. I mean, we want some people in a cast who are there specifically because they're into the lead. Glad it worked out for him. It just caught me off guard how horky he is, and I didn't realize it until the bowling date, when Chock Chapple was announced as one of the contestants on the Golden Bachelorette. He stood out from the moment he stepped out of the limousine. Dressed in a sharp three-piece suit, paired with cowboy boots, a nod to his roots, his charm, wit, and undeniable presence immediately captured Joan Vassos' attention. But beyond the glittering lights of reality television, behind the carefully crafted narrative of a man looking for love, lies a much deeper, surprising reason Chock decided to join the show. A love lost but not forgotten. Years before stepping into the spotlight, Chock was a happily married man. His late wife, Marjorie, had been the love of his life, his partner in every adventure, and the person who knew him better than anyone else. Together, they built a life in Texas, filled with laughter, road trips, and countless cups of coffee on their porch as the sun rose. Marjorie's passing 5 years ago from a sudden illness left Chock adrift. He had always been the optimist, the adventurer, the man who could fix anything with a screwdriver and a good joke. But without Marjorie, life felt like a house with no foundation. Chock threw himself into his work as a contractor, rebuilding homes for families in need. A passion project he and Marjorie had started together. Despite his busy schedule, the loneliness grew louder. Friends encouraged him to date, but the thought of meeting someone in a conventional way felt exhausting. He wasn't just looking for companionship. He was searching for a connection that could rival the one he had lost. One evening, while sitting in his garage workshop surrounded by tools and half-finished projects, his daughter, Kayla, handed him an application for the Golden Bachelorette. "Dad," she said, her voice firm yet kind, "you've spent so much time taking care of everyone else. Maybe it's time to take a chance for yourself." A leap of faith. The decision didn't come easily. Chock worried about how his late wife would feel about him moving on in such a public way. He spent weeks debating before finally filling out the form. When producers called him for an interview, he almost didn't answer. But something deep inside whispered, "What if this is the next chapter Marjorie would want for you?" From the start, Chock's reasons for joining the show were far from the flashy, fame-driven motivations often associated with reality TV. For him, it wasn't about being in front of a camera or competing with other men for attention. It was about proving to himself and to his kids that love could be rediscovered, even after unimaginable loss. A secret mission of healing. What the producers, and even Joan, didn't know was that Chock had a secret mission. While he was open to finding love, his primary goal was to use his platform to share the lessons Marjorie had taught him about life and relationships. "I'm not just here for me," he confessed in one of his early interviews on the show. "I want people to see that love isn't just about the big, romantic gestures. It's about showing up, day after day, in the little ways that count the most. Marjorie taught me that, and I carry her lessons with me every single day." As the weeks went on, Chock's sincerity began to resonate with viewers. His anecdotes about his wife and his unwavering respect for Joan set him apart. He wasn't afraid to be vulnerable, even when it meant sharing the darker parts of his journey, like the nights he couldn't sleep or the moments he doubted whether he'd ever be ready to love again. Winning hearts on and off the screen. One of the show's most memorable moments came during a group date. The challenge was to create a piece of art that represented their idea of love. While others painted abstract hearts or symbols of romance, Chock quietly worked on a wooden sculpture, a miniature rocking chair, just like the one he and Marjorie used to sit on together. When Joan asked him to explain, his voice trembled but didn't break. "Love is about weathering the storms together," he said. "It's about sitting side by side, even when the world feels chaotic, and knowing you're safe because you're with your person." Joan was moved to tears, and so was the audience. For many, Chock became a symbol of hope, proof that it was never too late to open your heart again. The turning point. As the competition progressed, Chock began to form a genuine connection with Joan. Their dates weren't flashy or over the top, but filled with meaningful conversations about life, family, and resilience. Joan admired his depth, and Chock appreciated her warmth and honesty. But just as things seemed to be going smoothly, Chock faced a turning point. One night during a one-on-one dinner date, Joan asked him a question he hadn't fully prepared for. "Do you think you're ready to love someone new, or are you still holding on to Marjorie?" Chock took a deep breath, his eyes reflecting a mixture of pain and hope. "I'll always hold on to her memory," he admitted. "But being here, getting to know you, has shown me that my heart is bigger than I thought. There's room for love again, not to replace what I had, but to build something new." The legacy he hoped to leave. While the final outcome of the season remains a mystery, one thing is clear: Chock's presence on the Golden Bachelorette was about more than finding love. It was about showing others that healing is possible, that vulnerability is strength, and that life's most beautiful moments often come when you least expect them. Whether he ends up with Joan or not, Chock Chapple has already won in the hearts of many. His story is a reminder that love is not a finite resource. It's a wellspring that can continue to grow, even in the face of loss. And as he likes to say, sometimes you've just got to take a leap of faith, even if you're not sure where you'll land. In Chock's case, that leap landed him not just on a reality TV show, but on a path toward rediscovering joy, connection, and the enduring power of love.